Hey everyone, Robert's over here, and today I'm heading out to Mike's Camera's Nikon Z8 launch event, where I get the opportunity to interview Nikon Ambassador Kristi Odom. Let's get to it.
I'm Matt from Mike's Camera. I'm from the Menlo Park store. I want to thank you all for coming down. We have Nikon here doing our Z8 launch party. It's going to be fantastic. We're going to learn lots of great things and get all the information. If you have any questions, there should be a question and answer part near the end. And of course, any of the salespeople afterwards are able to help you with any questions that you might have. If you want to purchase one or put a deposit down, we will be taking deposits to get one of the Z8s ready. Right now we are expecting anything that is put down here today to be filmed by middle of June. So if you have not already got one, it shouldn't be too long before you can get one. But if you have any questions, just wait till the end and have a great time.
Hi, I'm Kristi Odom. I'm a Nikon Ambassador and an Associate Fellow of the International League of Conservation Photographers. When I first got my hands on the Z8, the first thing I did notice was the weight and being able to hold it for longer periods of time. To be honest, I'm completely in love with my Z9, and I was a little skeptical that something in such a smaller body would be able to perform like my Z9. The first thing I noticed when I got the Z8 was that it did have the same autofocus system, and it performed exactly like my powerhouse, the Z9.
50 shooters out there? Very good. How about Z9 shooters? Any Z9 shooters? And how about Z6, Z7? Yeah, really good mix here in the crowd.
The Z8 helps me in many ways. As a hybrid shooter, I'm constantly switching that camera over to video mode, and being able to have a camera that can do photo and video both seamless has been extremely helpful for me. But that 30% less weight that it has on the Z9 means that I can hand hold for longer periods of time to get those video shots. It also helps me get to locations. My hiking and walking, every ounce matters there, and having a lighter camera is definitely a gift for a wildlife photographer. Out in the field, the Z8 handles flawlessly. The autofocus, the speed, the precision, it's everything I was looking for in a camera. The very first thing I took pictures of with the Z8 was a grouse. We go all the way to Yellowstone, and you want to see the wolves and all these amazing animals. And we spent some time looking around, and there was nothing. But then we saw this grouse on the ground, this little bird. And it's really wonderful when you have the ability to slow down and really watch something you've seen before, but see it in a different way. And the more we focused on it, the more I focused on it with that 800mm lens and the Z8, the more I started to see the shapes it would make when it inflated itself like a balloon, and I started to see a different side that made me appreciate a grouse. When I'm taking a photo or video, I'm constantly trying to let myself express how I'm feeling. If I'm feeling excitement, if I'm feeling the beauty, if I'm feeling the intensity of the colors, I'm trying to tap into my own emotions. If technology holds us back, it's hard to let the heart connect, and it's hard to let yourself feel. So I'm constantly looking for a camera in which I don't have to think about the technology, and all that I'm left with is my subject and my heart. Well, wildlife is fast, and I have to have a camera that moves just as fast. And I need that consistency, I need the accuracy, and I need my images to be in sharp, because a lot of the moments, they're gone really quickly. So having the Z8 and also the Z9 has given me that accuracy for when wildlife moves really quickly, and I need to get that shot fast for all my clients and publications to get the stories out there so I can tell people about why these animals are magnificent and how we can protect them.
What environmental stories are underserved by visual storytellers?
I think one of the things that's less talked about is the conservation efforts where people interact with wildlife and what people do to help protect and save wildlife. So I'm constantly looking for stories that not just celebrate the wildlife, but celebrate the heroes that are fighting for the wildlife. With the portrait enhancements, I'm definitely interested in the skin softening. While I don't need it in wildlife or in conservation stories, I have to keep things quite clean and natural to what's going on. I wish it was there back when I did wedding photography, because my goodness, you know that, oh, your camera makes me look so good. Well, now it's got some artificial intelligence that may take a couple of years off with the skin softening. So I think that that's amazing. But Andy, it does also work with matrix metering. So have fun and see if you can make people look a little better with using a little bit of the camera's AI. So my name is Kristi Odom. You're welcome to follow me on Instagram. It's just at Kristi Odom. And we do workshops all over the world. I'd love for any of you to join us on an adventure to Kenya, to Yellowstone, to Rocky Mountain National Park, and we can celebrate wildlife together while working on all the technical that there is in photography and videography. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Is there anything about it that sticks out to you?
Everything. No, I have an older D500, and then I have a Z6. But a lot of the complaints that I have had with the Z6, this kind of fixes all of those. So that's where I was like, I should probably come check this out, and we'll see what happens.
Are you happily impressed, or?
So far, yeah. No, definitely. No, it's just kind of getting used to where the buttons are compared to what I do have already.
Is there anything that stuck out to you?
I like doing a lot of like night photography and stuff, and I've always, it seems like a little thing, but it's the fact that it kind of has that darker like black and red screen and stuff like that versus the bright white LCD type screen that when you are shooting at night, that gets really distracting and annoying to have to go from really dark trying to figure out what you're focusing on to the bright white screen. So that's one of the things that I was like, that was pretty cool. And obviously I do a lot of sports and music as well, which, I mean, having the no blackout between shots is huge. Because one thing with the Z6 I do struggle with, that moving objects when you have the blackout every frame you're taking, and obviously the much faster shooting rate as well. That'll be really nice for that type of stuff too. So I don't know, everything, lots of things.
Do you think you're picking one up?
Probably so, yeah. Oh yeah.
What makes you excited about the camera?
Several things. So I'm a current Z6 and Z7 shooter. I'm very happy to get the shutter protection because I do a lot of lens changes in the field, and I know I should try to keep it clean, but it's not clean in some environments. Pretty excited to have the starlight feature because I do a lot of nightscape work, and sometimes you're lucky enough to have something to focus on. Sometimes that dark scene just needs a little oomph, and it's fantastic to bring it in. It's great to have the Z9 sensor in a slightly smaller package. So those are the big ones for me. This is kind of the Cinderella thing for me.
Do you think you're picking one up?
Pardon me?
Are you going to pick one up?
Oh, I'm number one on my local stores list, and I'm told that Thursday's the day, so pretty excited.
Awesome. What store is that?
It's a store in San Francisco called Fireside, and so it's a small shop. I believe in keeping the small camera stores here and give my business to the small shops.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Kind of reminds me when I had picked up the D810 before. Even though this is like the successor to like the D850, it seems like when I hold it in my hand, it kind of gives me nostalgia like to Z810 or the D810s. So.
What do you think of the size of it?
It's good. I think it's good. I like the fact that the grip is a little bit like thicker than like a lot of like XT cameras. They're a little thinner. This grip is really solid. So holding it in my hand, I feel kind of like pretty confident holding it in my hand. So
Is that a size that you could see yourself carrying around more?
yeah, because when I hold it up in portrait mode, I don't feel any fatigue in my wrists or anything like that. I hold it up, especially for portraits and portrait mode. I can hold it any angle without having that feeling of the Z9. The Z9 really had a lot of effort to that, so it definitely feels good. I like how it has the top LCD on the top. Kind of reminds me of my GFX. It has the same top.
Hold on, we're gonna keep Fuji at home.
Yeah, I like the fact that it shows all the information up here. I don't have to have it right here on the front. I guess I could change it, but having it up on top kind of gives me an understanding of what's going on with the camera. This 50 is cool. I like the 50 on here. I have to see it with the bigger lenses though. I want to know what it feels like to have a larger lens, like a 85, like a 105, 1.2 or something. One of those heavy lenses. I want to see how it balances. If it's going to be heavy on the front, then I'll feel the difference between the weight and the front. But as so far, it feels good.
Cool. I already immediately how light and compact this bad boy is.
How does it feel compared to?
Well, immediately off top, it's way more pleasing to hold. After shooting this event with the Nikon Z9, after a while, you do feel the weight up, but I'm used to it. But when I pick this up, it's immediately a huge difference. Being this light makes it more enjoyable to just hold, and thus making me want to use it more. So that's off top. Having the same autofocus means that I don't downgrade by getting the Z8 and rather than using the Z9. So that's awesome. I like how compact it looks, or it is. You have the recessed buttons up here, the recessed dials, and then also you still have the big grip.
Show us the camera for a quick second.
Huh?
Show us the camera for a quick second. Let's. What's the top look like? So it's just like the Z9. It's just a little smaller.
Well, it's a lot smaller, that's for sure. But the grip is, they didn't sacrifice on giving us a big grip. Of course, you have these two USB-C ports here that we're talking about for power, and one dedicated just for memory. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. Wait, hold on, let me see this. Yeah, okay, cool. Got a full HDMI.
Okay.
There we go. Gotta have that, because I just hate not having a full HDMI.
Right.
Of course, same flip out screen. I swear my Nikon flip out screen or tilt screen is a little bit more rugged. It doesn't feel as rugged as the Z9's, but it's more compact too. So it takes up a little bit less space. Still same LCD screen up top. Okay, so
looks good.
Yeah. Illuminated buttons. And that's a pretty quick access. That's pretty nice. I know a lot of people complain about the door.
Yeah.
Super quick access. There's your card slots right there. And then let's take a look at the battery. Right here. So we're back to the D850 batteries.
Oh, so you gotta, if you have any
I do have some old ones actually from when I sold the D850. I think I have like 3 left somewhere.
How do you feel about that?
Never bothered me.
Okay.
Never bothered me with the D850. It won't bother me with this one either. And since I do portraits, I don't do tons of, well, maybe I would do more video with this camera actually.
Yeah.
But it just wouldn't bother me. And plus, since I could connect this directly into the wall via USB-C, I'm good to go. And so I'm not worried at all. So.
Cool. Nice to see you got it in your hands, man.
Yeah. Now, aside from my hands, I need to be able to take it home. That's the next step. But with that said, I'm really excited. Yeah, it's very fun. All right, so last night was fantastic. We had about 2 hours for us to touch, test, try, and ask questions about the Nikon Z8. It was a fantastic event held by Mike's Camera and of course Nikon. I want to thank them both for hosting such a fantastic event, because sometimes It's really hard to tell from all of our review videos that we put out here, how does the camera really feel like in our hands? What features do we enjoy without actually touching the camera itself? So this was a fantastic event, so I want to give them both a round of applause. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please post them down below. And of course, if you enjoyed this video and you would like to see more, don't forget to press that like, that share, subscribe, and of course, again, smash that bell icon to get notifications of upcoming videos. I'm Robert Silver, and until next time, keep shooting, stay creative.